Okay, Professor, I'm going to ask you my question. When you were speaking, you said that the Afro descendant and African abroad, they had to connect to the country, to the continent, just like the Chinese did when they came back and they started doing things. But the thing, when I look at the Cameroon contest, there's no law motivation, there's no law encouragement from the government to actually get them people back home to do things. When I look at like in Ghana, like in Sierra Leone, where some of our brother and sister, they went over there, they got their nationality, but Cameroon doesn't do that. So what is in place to encourage our brother and sister to say that yes, I really feel at home. I know I want to go back home. You know?
Thank you for this very important question. The contexts are different. If you took Ghana as example, Ghana is in the Anglo-Saxon area, and you have many things done before. Ghana experienced also very younger leadership in the state, and it plays an important role. Cameroon is at its second president, around 40-year-old. So a product of the colonial system, you know it.
Yeah.
So it is difficult for him to understand those problems we are facing today. This is the first one. But what I want to make is that maybe because it is difficult, because it is challenging, we have to push forward. We have to be more engaged. And it is for us to start sensitizing the responsibles of the state, the leaders of the state, the government. We have to inform them about all those issues, make them understand the importance of that, the interest for the country and for the future. So we have to do that job. It has started slowly. We have some difficulties, but I think there are many ways we can go further and push forward to overcome all the difficulties we can face. So we have to be organized, and we have to sensitize at different levels. And by acting like this, I think that it is possible to overcome all those difficulties, because they will understand the interests of the country and the people, the importance of this reconnection movement for Cameroon and for Africa, and in relation to the role Cameroon has played in the system of transatlantic slavery.
Okay. So imagine that because you said that the African Union has recognized the diaspora as part of Africa.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, that sounds really good. That sounds beautiful. But what is done? What are they doing about it? Is it just saying that we recognize it? Would that not be enough for any Afro-descendant brother to choose any country with or without African ancestry DNA, and then adopt that country and then get the nationality from that country? And then you said in one of your previous interview that there was something and you was working on in the Cameroon contest to gain a dual citizenship to our brother and sister, and then people like me. Because when I came in the UK, I took the British nationality, which means that I lost my Cameroon nationality. When I get to Cameroon now, I got to get the visa. I was born over there, and I don't think that is really fair, you know. So is anything the Cameroon government is doing at the moment, looking into that to be able to resolve this issue as well. Because like you say, it's very good impact for our economy. But we need to, as a Cameroon government, as Cameroonian, we need to open the door to get that impact in our economy. You know.
African Union is the reflect of the situation of different states.
Yeah.
And if you see who is the commissioner of African Union, now he come from Chad. So he is part of the governing system of Chad. And you know, Chad, you have a rebellion who put a head of state, this head of state, Idris Deby, killed last weeks. You see, and his son, a military, took the power. So it makes you understand the situation. So if you go to talk to that son about the question of diaspora, the question of reconnection, it is not his first preoccupation.
Okay.
And so at the African Union headquarters, something have to be done.
Yeah.
By Africans who are aware of the situation.
Okay.
And who want to make it push it forward. This is the first step. And in the diaspora, the African diaspora is not also organized. It's very diverse.
Okay.
There are many single initiatives.
Okay.
You see, we don't have an organized movement of African diaspora.
Okay.
Whether in one country or whether in a continent or whether the African diaspora as a whole. But you have that window in the text, founding text of the African Union, which recognize the existence of a region called the diaspora. You can use this window to enlarge it to a door or a boulevard and make African Union aware of that necessity. You raise also the question of nationality.
Yeah.
Yes. In the case of Cameroon, Cameroonian diaspora have made it clear to the government that it is needed to recognize double or multiple nationalities. It can facilitate the returning of the diaspora, the contribution of the diaspora to the development of Cameroon. That's so. Many countries have done it. You have the case of Senegal, you have the case of Mali, and many other countries recognize it. You see. So something have to be done to push the government to give that double, to recognize that double or multiple nationality, and it can facilitate a lot.
Okay.
And for those who are tracing the DNA, it is necessary for the government to give them a legal status in Cameroon. If they want to have Cameroon nationality, without losing their countries of nationality, I think it will be very great. It will be very important. Okay. So we have to continue to push in that way. I think that it can help. And we can also use those countries like Ghana, like Senegal, who recognize that importance of the diaspora, who recognize in Senegal, you have Gorée Island, who became a very, very important site for memory of slavery. You cannot go to Dakar without going to Gorée. Any leader who come to Dakar went to pilgrimage at Gorée. So in Senegal, the question is very, very less. You have the case of Benin also, who is following with WIDA and so on. You have the case of Ghana, who is pushing more than the other countries. So if you have 2-3 countries who are aware, I think that they can push the others in the African Union. In our group, we have our center, we are doing researches on that field, because at the university, I realized that in Cameroon, since the creation of the University of Yaoundé, the model of the other universities,
yeah,
we have only one thesis on slavery, one done in 1984, one at the University of Yaoundé. The second is mine. The second, a university which exists since independence.
Yeah.
So you can realize all what we have to do.
Okay.
So we are pushing by putting together all those interested, by interesting our students to those issues, making them doing works in the field of slavery, slave trade, memory, and so on. So we are pushing in that way. And myself, I have done some reports. I have written to the Ministry of Tourism and also to the Ministry of Culture. Yeah. I am with them every time pushing to make it be considered and more understand at the political level, and then it can permit to more understanding. I have worked with the ArcJammers, who are the first to bring Cameroonian who trace the DNA to Cameroon.
Okay.
We are together, we are continuing. They have a project of constructing a big memorial at Kribi.
Model of Humanity.
Model of Humanity Monument, which will be a very big building, and some residences for the 54 African countries. Yeah. And I think they have already mobilized many funds for that. And also they have the space to build it at Kribi. So I think projects like this can permit to discuss about the issues, and then sensitize. I think it is very important. And we have all of us, we have to be mobilized and focus on that issue. And I think I am very confident that we can overcome all the difficulties.
Anyway, so if you actually back up what, because you said that you wrote a letter to the Ministry of Tourism and then Culture as well. If you need any kind of like petition, any kind of like somebody writing things, I think all of us are going to be able to write and then express what we feel about that, because it's quite important for our country and then for our brother to feel home as well.
Yeah.